if we have momentum, we feel like right now is good and everything is working, so we project it into the future and we say everything is going to be better or good anyways because now it's good, right? And we look into the past and we say, look, in the past it was worse, now it's better, right? So you compare with back and forward, right? So if you start to compare, obviously now you're comparing, maybe you feel stuck, which is good because all the information that I wrote down about the different ranks comes from me feeling stuck, figuring out what I need to do to go to the next level. So feeling stuck is actually good because you don't learn when everything is going well, right? So people always they hate these phases in the business when it's slower, especially when there's less momentum in network marketing. They hate it, but I always welcome it, embrace it, because I know that there's so much new to learn. For example, for me, to go to legend, obviously there's a lot to learn, right? The list gets longer and longer the higher the rank, right? So right now I'm since 1.5 years I'm crown now. So normally it always took me about a year to rank, a year, a couple of months. Right now it's already like 1.5, nearly 2 years. It will be now in October or September. Yeah, October or September. No, December. It will be 2 years that I didn't hit a new rank, right? So there's like a lot of new stuff that I'm learning. You know, I also feel stuck. I ask myself the question, what can I do? Other countries, push here, push there. You know, implement new, I don't know, systems, marketing systems. You know, as I said yesterday at night, like I think a big game changer will be like more the qualification community instead of just like an open community, you know, because that's the way like how marketing nowadays is more efficient. So also something that I need to adopt and change. So every level I had to learn and change. So feeling stuck should be, you should not get it too much into your head in terms of where you get slower, because that's actually the worst. Is like if you think everything is slow, or then I can get slower right now, you should like just push, you know, like just like prospect, present, and promote. That's basically what's always going to get you out of being stuck. And then always self-analyzing, talking to your leaders, understanding what is not good, what is not working, what can be made better, what are they struggling with. And then always, as a leader, you always have to identify similar problems that are similar to other problems, or basically a lot of problems that overlap, you know. So if your team says multiple times and you hear multiple times from the leader, look, right now, I don't know, we have struggles with this and this, you know, then you obviously try to fix it. You know, you communicate with us, with the bigger leaders, you communicate with, people that maybe have been in the same situation, so you can find out better ways or results, and then you basically you identify the problem, you solve the problem, you explain them how to solve it, and then you go into the next level. You know, that's like basically all the time. Obviously, problems get bigger, and then, yeah.
Yeah. And like, you know, when, like you said today, that you have seen a lot of people with a lot of potential that just quit it.
Yeah.
Can you see like, is it something that is the same for all of them? Do you understand the question?
Yeah, there is 100%, but it's very difficult for me to actually explain, because that's like it's like it's just like a feeling, you know. It's like stupid, but if you do it so many times, and if you have been with so many people and you like see and I'm very detailed, you know, like I focus a lot on details on people, like how they talk, how they like move, how they, you know, like how they talk about the business, what they say, like basically look speech or what you say represents your inner, you know, your inner world, and most people don't consciously think about when they speak. So most the times when someone comes to me and says, look, I have this and this problem, or don't even talk about the problem, I already know what the problem is because they reflect it, right? So it's just like an experience thing. But I would definitely say that the reason why people don't become successful in general is because, again, just time. They quit too early. They're not disciplined enough, you know. Most likely, if people don't become successful, like just in general as a rule, it is definitely because either they are too lazy, or they have a too high ego. They're too, you know, full of themselves, or they are actually stupid. But I've never really seen someone that is too stupid to actually become successful here. So that's, I guess you have to be very stupid. And look, there's gonna be difficulties where like hard decisions you have to take. You know, like it's not an easy business in terms of once you really get into the, let's say, top percentage. You know, it's like a business that in any business many people don't make it, right? Because it's just like a lot of pressure on you. Basically, you wake up and you get shit ton of problems all the time. That's basically all you do. Like all I do is solving problems all the time, right? Like everyone comes to me with their problems, with their crying, with their stories, with this doesn't work, that's what we need to fix, this is fucked up. That's basically my life, right? And for some people, if I think back on when I started, you know, and I got my first problems, and I go, oh my God, what do I do, right? But nowadays it's just like normal. And one day it's just like normal for you because you understand That's why you make money of a crown to solve these problems, right? So network marketing changes a lot from just building and like mastering the basics into learning a lot about yourself, like building, rebuilding, to like solving big problems, and you getting involved into like even politics and shit because your community gets so big that it impacts these kind of things. So, but it's nice, if you wake up and you have I love to have a problem and solve it. The feeling afterwards is what I love, right? So if you are a person that has these abilities, like that's one thing that I would say, like I always call it like stress tolerance, right? So let's talk more about what are actually the abilities that you need to have, or like the science for becoming successful. I mean, one of them is like obviously being coachable, hungry, and willing. The ego thing obviously is a big thing, and then as I said, like stress tolerance. Stress tolerance really is a big thing. I mean, the most successful leaders that we have obviously are females or like women, but they're also the ones that have the biggest problems with emotional stability, because for them obviously as being for them being a woman, it's like a little bit different. But yeah, emotional stability is very important. Emotional intelligence, how do you deal with people? Are you genuine? Do you understand? Like, do you have empathy? Do you understand what? Because look, if someone comes to you with a big ass problem, then maybe for you it's not a problem, but it has to be your problem, right? So there's one thing that I always say, which do you know Genghis Khan, the Khan that's Mongolia, basically the Mongolian Empire. So the Mongolian Empire, so you know the country Mongolia?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Mongolia was once the largest empire basically in the old world, right? So they in 100 years they killed 30% of the world population at that time. That's how much they like conquered, right? And Genghis Khan, who was like their king, he said like he had a couple of set of rules that he gave to his sons when he died for them taking over the empire. And he said, if your country or if your people don't feel well, you also should not feel well, right? So that's like you always like if your team is not doing good, you're also not doing good, even though you're doing good, right? So that's what I mean about their problems are your problems, right? So that's something that this ability to solve problems and stress tolerance and these things are very, and emotional intelligence, more like understanding what they need, is very, very important. And I mean, besides that, really, the most fuck ups that I saw in top leadership is mostly self-instigated. It's mostly they fuck it up themselves, Yo, what the fuck?
I don't think that's good. What is it?
Bitte?
Back.
Yo, G, take you. How is he still active, bro?
Alter, der läuft auf Reserve oder so.
Yeah, bro, this guy's taking less energy. But yeah, that's basically. I mean, especially, hey, yo, G, chill. Especially in the beginning, what I see a lot, like what I look for a lot in people, is just the work ethic, because it really doesn't matter who you are, like how smart you are, not how much talent you have for this business or not. If you're willing to work really fucking hard, like you have this work ethic, everything else can be taught. But what cannot be taught is work ethic. So if I see someone that looks like he has a lot of potential, let's say someone has a great social media, someone that is good with people, someone that is, I don't know, a born leader, but I don't see him working really hard, then I already know like it doesn't matter how much I see potential in the person, how much I can teach them, even if they're coachable, even if they're hungry, right? But if they just don't put down the work, I cannot teach that, right? So there's like, you can teach everything, but not work ethic. Either you have it or you don't, And some people just need some time to decide to really put work down and like focus on it. Some people need months and years to realize that this is the right business. Because for me, I joined MLM and I didn't take it serious. For me, it was not like I was in MLM, but I was not still like satisfied in terms of I was still looking for other opportunities. Because I thought like, okay, MLM is going to be something I do now a little bit to make money, but it's not what, I didn't understood the full potential of it. So people need time, so always believe in everyone, but especially look for the ones that have insane work ethic, the ones that put in the extra hours, the ones that smash the Zoom calls, that are on Zoom call after Zoom call. People just put in insane work and are ready to work, and these are like people I look out for. Where did you get this one from, huh? Where did you get this one from? How do you have energy, bro? Hey. How do you have energy?
What was it more? how do you do like when you are, if you're gonna go to a new country? Like yesterday, you were really like asking questions and stuff. But how do you know what's the right thing to know about the country? You know.
I mean, I've done it so many times. That's why, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, you just get it's experience, you know. It's just experience. It's like I could teach you, but for you, it's gonna be different, you know. It's just like a lot of fucking experience.
Yeah.
But what gives you the experience is like work ethic. Like I just like I just work all the time, you know. Like I'm with people all the time. I connect. And the thing is, like, I guess one thing that you need to do is like you have to have this. You have to be detailed, you know. I feel like many people experience life, but if they are not reflective, or they don't reflect and they don't focus on the details and on this little signs, then they are missing out a lot of valuable information. And I guess there's obviously people that are way better in that than me, even better, so they even see more, you know, because there's things that happen, but there's things that happen, you know what I mean? It's like not just like what happens and the culture and the people, but there's really like, you need to analyze, you know, how people behave, how like they greet you, and like, but again, this is like all experience. It's like it comes, you know. I also, the first times I didn't think about these things, you know, but you start to know what to look for, and you start to look for important patterns. And once you, and again, it's something that I cannot really teach you, because that's just like experience. It's like a gut feeling, right? You get a gut feeling for these things. But in general, what you can always do, obviously, is like how their trust works. You know, like how do they trust? Do they trust by numbers? Do they trust by stories? Do they trust by other people, right? So that's why I said yesterday that I believe that Norwegians trust a lot their own people, you know. So that's something that is really good. So other countries, you don't have that, right? In Germany, for example, people don't trust each other because you have so many different cultures and like different, you know, like it's more like everyone against each other. So no one really, you know. So these are a couple of things. Then obviously, what are they mostly focused on? You know, there are countries where what for most important for them would be, I mean, like, so Germany, for example, is a market where you have to be very detailed on products, right? They are very, they have an affinity for products. So the product has to make sense, it has to work, it has to be flawless, you know? Whether, for example, other countries, Latvia, for example, focus a lot on trading, but also a lot on community. So for them, very important is like them coming together and trade together. That works the best for them, right?
Yeah.
Then there's other countries, for example, let's say Australia, for example. Australia is heavily focused on being free, you know, like having this free time, traveling the world, you know, doing whatever you want, like being self-employed in general, like the spirit of like you're just free. You can, no one tells you what to do. It's more like this kind of American vibe a little bit, where like you go from like washing dishes to become a millionaire, like this kind of path and dream, you know. So every country is a little bit different, but I mean, for now in Scandinavia where you're building, I mean, you have lived here, you know how to behave, you know how to talk, you know how to be with them. And then any other country you build, you will most likely experience it. You will make the mistakes until you understand how to build there. Also, for example, Latvia is a country where you need to build up a lot of trust. You know, it takes like, I mean, I went there for the first time and no one really talked to me for like 2 weeks, you know, because like they're so like reserved. They don't really talk to people, especially strangers. They don't like to speak in other languages. So I was just basically there, not doing anything, you know, like, and everyone was like more like hiding away from me, you know. So I was like, whoa, what the fuck is wrong, you know? But it's just like them, it's their culture. They don't trust people. And then you go back and you understand why, because Latvians got fucked over in war by first the Germans, then the Polish, then the Russians, you know. They were basically just fucked all the time from all the sides. So they don't trust strangers, you know. So that's something, and every country has these kind of, you know, rules and like these societal kind of things, and then you need to be smart about it. But Scandinavia, Europe is pretty similar. You know, people just want to have a good product that works, and they want to have a good expectation. You need to give them a good expectation. Yeah, and then you're pretty much doing well, you know.
Where do you learn most things? Not about this, but like, do you read mostly, or is it podcasts? Or
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination, I would say, of everything. It's a combination of podcasts, audiobooks, YouTube videos. Yeah, that's basically these three formats is what I consume the most. I don't read anymore. I used to read a lot, but I don't read anymore because audiobooks is just like way smarter. And I would say every day I do at least, on average, 1 to 2 hours personal development, at least. Just like by going to the gym. When I go to the gym 1.5 hours, I always listen to something. I would watch, like, let's say an hour, half an hour every day of like a certain YouTube video about the topic, or obviously back in the time going through iGenius, all the products. So there would always be something that I'm listening to if I don't have a Zoom call. I always listen to something.
Yeah.
Not only like in general, not only like consciously, I just let it run in the background.
Yeah.
But you will still like obviously like, take it in, right? And the very first years, I was mainly focused on network marketing. So the first 3-4 years, I only studied network marketing, like basically everything, because I understood I want to be the best, so I need to know everything about MLM. And then I started to focus more on like leadership and politics and leadership styles, and let's say women's psychology and man psychology, emotional intelligence, leadership, how, like, I know basically everything about empires in the past, because like if I want to build an empire, I need to know how they did it, right? So especially the mistakes, mostly you need to look out for the mistakes that they make so you don't make them, right? Then you start like with all of these other stuff, and then you just like research everything.
Yeah. And if you can only say one book, what is the best one for network marketing?
For network marketing, the best book,
If you know it by head.
I mean, for me, the biggest impact that I had was everything from Jim Rohn in general. So everything that I like, Jim Rohn Audible, I didn't have that when I started to listen or like learn from him. But on Audible, there is the Jim Rohn library, which basically is like everything he did in one like kind of book, audiobook, right? So every speech, because Jim Rohn actually was a big networker, like an insanely big networker, and he only built MLM with mindset. So his speeches was only about mindset, about like he didn't like it was like insanely focused on personal development. But I like the way he speaks, and he gives like he has so many good examples and analogies and stuff. So Jim Rohn is my all-time favorite, I would say. So everything that has to do with Jim Rohn. There is one book by Mario Reggia which is called "Pay the Fucking Price."
Yeah, I just finished it.
Insane book. So
I got
that's
it from you.
yeah, that's very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still remember when I recommended everyone when I read it afterwards. Yeah,
Yeah, we give it all.
yeah. I mean, that's an insane book. Had a very big impact on me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like what you need to do, especially if you are an MLM or any business, is like what helped me a lot is like picking other people's mind that had the same struggles I had, because it reconfirms you. It makes you comfortable a little bit, because if you're always faced with difficulties and things that no one really talks about or no one has, then it's good to sometimes know that you're sharing your problems, like someone else overcame them and had them. Because we always think what we do in MLM or in business is like no one else did, or like it's like, oh my God, like how do I deal with this, But everyone went like more or less through it, So always kind of learn again. Be always like very, very conscious about mistakes that people do and other people do and other leaders do. So I always like I always know what is happening in network marketing, And I always like look out for other leaders, other companies, what they do, what are their like mistakes, and I know the leaders, and I like do like these kind of projections into the future where I would like like take all the information that I have about a team or a leader, and I would project in the future what I think is going to happen with them. So I know like what kind of things to look out for and how it develops, right? So I play these mind games where like self-analyze and analyze like what they are doing, how they're doing, what they're saying, which state they are in, and then project into the future. And you start somewhere, and then you go like it happens, and then you are completely wrong, and then you self-analyze again, like why is it wrong, like what didn't you get right? So there's a lot to gain in just like experience and like in looking what not others do, but again like looking for these like details, because it's like always the same thing, like success has been the same 100 years ago as it is today, it's like still the same thing kind of. Yeah. But yeah, YouTube has a lot of sick stuff, and then obviously you can look up some of the biggest names in MLM, especially like the old leaders. They have insane value. Yeah, I mean nowadays there's not really a lot of networkers that are still very, very crazy like back in the times. I feel like network marketing, yeah, back in the times there were like crazier people. I don't know. I think a lot of new people are developing right now, right? Because network marketing became very youngish Because back in the times, network marketing was only with old people, didn't exist with young people. So network marketing with young people only exists since 2014.
Yeah.
So they're still very young, so new leaders are being developed, but it kind of swapped over to the young people right now.
Yeah.
Because from old people, you don't hear anything really.
Yeah, I was into other network marketing companies before.
Yeah, true, yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
company were you in?
Forever Living.
Forever
and
Living.
Forever
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah, so these are like the first big two companies in fucking network marketing.
And
Yeah.
they were only like, my mentors were like 45.
Yeah.
I was like 19.
Yeah, that's normal, yeah. So you don't really hear about them, even though but they also build very different than we build.
Yeah.
Herbalife or like these companies, like if you have an upline, you see them maybe once a year at an
Yeah.
event, and they don't even know you, and you don't like who they are, but you never talk. It's like network marketing normally is more like you get the tools and you get the stuff, the videos or the recordings, and either you make it or you don't.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like the main thing for me when
Yeah.
I started here. I told Yola I will not do marketing, but
Yeah.
I will learn about trading.
Yeah.
And then one day into the onboarding, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do marketing.
Yeah, it's actually insanely wild how they build such big organizations there,
Yeah.
because it's like if you compare it with how we do network marketing, like we do so much for the people and invest so much into
Yeah.
them and Airbnbs and travels and incentives, and we are there and we get personal with them and we spend time, become friends, bro. It's like insane. And there it's like, hi, here, it's a PDF, fuck off and do something. If not, like no one cares about you.
Yeah.
It's insane actually. But yeah, it's also because our products, like obviously network marketing with trading pays most of the money, but obviously it's also the most complicated one, obviously, because like our products, to duplicate them, it's just like MetaTrader, trading, forex, lot size, blah blah. It's like very complicated. Where in Herbalife or in Amway or whatever they are called, like buy the shake, drink the shake, and lose or gain weight and fuck off. That's basically it.
Yeah.
And it's not really about the product in these companies, to be very honest, in most of them. No. But that's crazy that you have been in. How did you get into the company?
To Forever Living was the first time I heard about network marketing, and she did not like present the products for me. It was only network marketing.
Oh, crazy.
And she just said that you can make so much money with this, and then she like draw me and then all the people
the
under
compensation
me, and
plan.
I only saw like dollar signs,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And then I tasted the products, and I, Forever Living is only like aloe vera.
Yeah,
and,
true, yeah.
And back then I was allergic to aloe vera.
Oh shit.
So I couldn't use any of the products.
Oh shit.
No way.
So I sold products that I couldn't even use.
That's
I
crazy.
didn't know you were allergic to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. They do everything with aloe vera, yeah. The drinks and all this
Yeah.
kind of. So, I mean, I like aloe vera drinks, but it's like, bro.
Yeah, but they were disgusting.
Yeah, I
It was
know.
like 99% aloe vera.
Yeah, it's like you drink and like you have these pieces of aloe
Yeah.
vera in there. Yeah, it's like.
And you take
bro.
like a shot only.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
It's so disgusting.
Yeah, true. They have these colorful bottles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The yellow, really
Yeah,
ugly
yeah, yeah.
yellow. Yeah.
Bro, it's crazy.
And now when I look back, it's like it's so bad. Like.
But they
It's
build
so
such big
ugly.
organizations with
Yeah,
that.
it's
It's insane, man. But that's what I mean. It's so stupid and simple. It's not really about the products. It's like
Yeah.
about the network itself. And everyone buys the product themselves, and then they have like bottles of this shit. No one drinks it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was there for maybe a year.
Yeah.
I was really like,
Pushing.
I loved the
Yeah.
idea of network marketing.
Yeah, I
It
mean, that's
didn't
insane,
work
yeah.
for me in this
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy to be here now.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely better in your age to be here, yeah, than with them. Yeah, I guess it's. I mean, my first company was also like not only like a lot of young people joined at that time when I joined, because that was about 2014, 15 ish. So that's like 6 years and 5 years. Yeah, so I know network since 10 years about, and 7 years ago I really started. So yeah, 2014 ish. That's when it really got big, and then a lot of young people started. And when I was at my first event, it was like 40, 45 years, like was the average.
Yeah.
Like, I was the only young guy there. I'm like,
Yeah.
but what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah.
I was really confused.
Yeah, I was also on our event in Sweden,
Mm.
and there was only
Only old people,
old
right?
people, and then
Yeah.
that was me.
I still remember I walked in there like with my unironed shirt. Didn't even have the 10 euros for the fucking entry price. And then like go in there and it's like everyone is like in full suit and like everyone's so happy. And like, bro, how are you guys so happy about your work? Like, what the fuck's wrong? Because like I know work and everyone is desperate, you know. Like, it was fascinating. You know? Network marketing is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good. I mean, again, like, when were we in Cyprus? A year ago, right? Basically, now it's a year ago, not May or something. April, May,
It's like March.
March. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, from last year until you guys did a really good job. Yeah.
Yeah, in March it was nothing.
Yeah, basically in 1 year.
That's a minus points.
hmm So if you can do this in a year, now you just have a lot of more people.
Yeah.
Imagine where you can be in 1 year from now and then in another year, no? And then again, Scandinavia still is like very untapped. Any companies that I know, or the only companies I know here that are big is just like product companies. Like these, like I don't know if they are still big, but the ones I said yesterday with the capsules, the omega-3 capsules.
But also the skincare.
Yeah, and skincare. Yeah.
New skin.
New skin.
Yeah.
This is really big here.
New skin is big here.
It's really big, but
Oh.
I don't know anything.
I don't
was
understand how
successful.
Yeah, they have this vibrator thing for their face or
Yeah,
whatever.
they're
Yeah.
so expensive.
Yeah.
What is also what they sell here a lot are these water filters
Oh yeah.
for like 10k entry.
But that makes sense. Yeah. No. Yeah.
That's insane.
These are normally.
Hier, bei dem Wasser. Ja.
Yeah. But these are normal.
Style.
These are normally companies that if they work, it means we can also work here. It will just
Exactly.
take us a little bit more time for them to accept and understand, but then we have an insane potential. Because
Exactly, because all those people who are not successful in those companies.
you can get them like same thing with you, you know, like that's the first time you get into network and you're happy about it. But the same about me. I joined Juice Plus back in the times. Juice Plus is also one of the oldest companies. So Eric Worre, for example, he was in Juice Plus like I don't know how many years ago. Back in the time, it was still called NSA water filters, so it was the same thing. And I love the idea about network marketing, but I love the product too because obviously I think health, like and in general, like all of this, like I learned so much in Juice Plus about like health and like vitamins and like how the body works and like all of these studies and this shit. But look, I cannot like sell this to like someone that is 18. Like who's gonna spend 250 euros a month on pills? Like, bro, come on, like they eat pizza and they don't give a shit and drink 5 Red Bulls a day. So how am I gonna get 18-year-old to buy like these things, you know? So I like the concept, but the product was just like didn't make sense for my age, you know. So that's why when I discovered trading and network marketing, I was like, shit, like that's the thing, and I got so excited, and then it felt so easy for me to build it, because I was struggling so much like in Juice Plus, because I was in a company for 1.5 years, and I was like doing and trying, and like I had a little bit of success, but it was just like it felt very. I don't know. It felt like going through like a pile of snow in like minus 15 degrees, and then you have the skill, but then you join iGenius or like a trading company, and then it's like shit. It makes so much sense, you know. So what you guys should do a lot is connect with leaders here in Scandinavia. You know, leaders that are from Amway, from New Skin, from all of these companies. You know, because maybe for now even it's still a little bit early for them to understand the transition, but I know that the trend is service companies, and that's what we are, because service companies can always pay more money, right? Because the margin is way higher for us. Because if you think about a product company, they need to build the product, they have to send the product out, they have to pay the taxes, like the borders, and then obviously you need the compensation plan, but yeah, there's just like a certain amount of money that you can sell this vibrator thing or this aloe vera drink for, you know? So you have very low commissions. But then if you compare it to Service Network, where there's like very low cost of production, because you do the education once, which is expensive, but then you can sell it to as many people as you want to, then obviously you can hire and pay way more out. And once these people understand that, that's insane. And then also physical product companies just are doing it's very hard right now, right? Because look, what's the first thing people are gonna stop to buy once they don't have money anymore? Inflation kicks. Like, obviously, they're not gonna buy this vibrator anymore, or like the fucking aloe vera drink, you know. But they're gonna look for financial future investment. So, we are still, even though, so network marketing and trading really started like, it really started about like, yeah, I would say like 2000, 2017, 18, that's when it started. So that's like, what is it, like 6, 7 years? Yeah, something like that. So it's not like real, it's still very fresh and young, you know? So I guess it's gonna take a little bit more, like 3, 4, 5 years. The most 10 years, the most, but I don't think so because we are moving rapidly in like digitalization and stuff. That everyone really understands how powerful it is what we do, you know? I truly believe that network marketing and trading, especially what we do and how we do it, if you are in a good company that exists since a long time, like iGenius and is legally, has good fundamentals, has like, you know, is registered and like always is open to communicate with regulations. So for example, if Norway one day comes and says, look, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, we need to prove that. Then iGenius will not run away from that. They will like do it, right? Most companies, they will just fuck off and run away and will say, look guys, sorry, but you cannot build here anymore, and they will kick you all out. That's what normally happens. But iGenius always goes like, they had that in Poland right now. They had like 1 year war, and it was like the last 3, 4 months was insane with the authorities and the government, and they were like there were like meetings and Zoom calls in between the regulatories and iGenius and with the products, and they went through everything basically. And the only thing they said after like month and even a year of proving all and going through all, because they obviously, look, if an American company comes into Poland or into Norway or whatever, obviously they want these companies to be out, you know, and they tried with every like to regulate them or whatever, but they just couldn't do anything about iGenius. So the only thing that we need to change in the future, I don't know if you know the product, but do you know SK LiveShare? So SK LiveShare very likely we cannot offer in the future anymore. Only in Poland, but they're just gonna take it out anyways, because the Polish regulatory said the problem is that if these educators jump on a Zoom call with someone, they could like recommend them what to buy and what not to buy. So that would be an investment which they can, you know, so there's the opportunity for it. That's the only thing that they, you know, at the end of the day don't want to see anymore. So that's insane, because if you think iGenius went through French regulatories, like hardcore, like French, like hardcore, right? Then now Poland, you know, so, and we are standing the time of all of these regulations that gives us a lot of, you know, but people still don't understand that kind of. So we are really doing the fucking pioneer work right now. But obviously the ones that pioneer are always going to be the ones that obviously then make the most money and have the highest positions, right? And that's also how it should be, because why not, if we do the dirty work all the time and everyone just spits at us and looks at us and like, what the fuck are you guys doing? But they don't get that this is the future, you know?
So true. I had a girl that was supposed to start, and then her mother is a lawyer, and she said that her mother looked into the company and then said that she should not start.
Okay. Well, did she say what she meant by looking into the company?
She said that, like, not that it was a scam, but more that it's not working.
I mean, I don't know how you can see that by looking into the company.
I don't know either.
That's what was my question.
She did research and look into the company.
In how many minutes too?
Probably, yeah.
But that's what I mean about ego, you know? Ego, that's ego, you know? It's just like, I don't know, bro, like, I mean, obviously at one point you can also not look into everything like as detailed as possible, or as much as possible, but that's just bullshit. But it's really sad, because that's actually how the world works, right? It's like someone that has authority, like, just says something and then...
I guess that she just Googled it. Yeah. That's my wild guess.
Yeah, because if she looks into the company files everything.
Yeah.
She sees the numbers and everything.
You guys, I'm gonna sleep.
Okay.
I'm also gonna go sleep.
Gute Nacht.
See you tomorrow. See you.
They taught me a bad word in Bali.
Bali?
Yeah.
In German?
The German team.
Tell me.
But it was not me.
No, it was not you. It was the others.
Who
No leaders said it.
Who told it?
Delina.
What was she saying?
Digga.
Digger. It's not a bad
Yeah,
word.
she said it was super, super bad.
No,
No, it is
that's
not,
what
bro.
everyone was just like, bro.
Really?
Yeah, Digger is like, bro.
What?
Yeah. So dicker is like what's up, mate. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like what's up, G. What's up, bro?
Bro.
No, it's not. No, not at all.
Yeah,
We
it's
just
not
say
so fun.
we say it as I mean young people say it, not like old people. You know.
No, definitely not all
No,
people.
but it's not a bad word.
But they don't understand it, or it's bad for
Oh,
them?
it's just it would be disrespectful.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just like more you do say it in between like young people, you know. But it's not like digger.
Yeah.
But digger is more like yo, what's up, you know, like
Sometimes I say it to my dad and he knows
Yeah.
that I mean bro to him.
yeah, yeah. No, it's not a bad word. All
Oh,
good.
you're tired.
Finally,
Der
battery,
hat doch alles gemacht, groß, klein. Jetzt ist er done.
battery empty.
I actually studied German for 7 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You
Sprechen
Ja.
sehr gut.
Ja, ihr spricht sehr gut.
Ausgezeichnet.
Ausgezeichnet. I like your dialect. Oh, your pronunciation. I mean.
Abfahrt.
Abfahrt.
That I learned here.
Abfahrt.
Yeah.
Hey, Danilos! Little motherfucker is sleeping again. This guy,
Der verpisst sich einfach.
this guy sleeps like 12 hours a day, bro.
Yeah, I think I will also sleep soon, but
Yeah,
really
Are you going to
nice
sleep until 11
talk.
tomorrow, Miguel?
I guess so.
Okay, then I need to ask my question now.
Easy, Toby.
I have tried to figure out the smart way, but I
But
can't
maybe
figure out.
he's tired. Do you?
Oh,
Are
it's
you
okay.
tired?
Oh, good. Tell me.
Okay, good.
Okay, so
You can come here, Marion.
yeah.
But thank you, Miguel. Really
Sure, you.
appreciate it.
Welcome.
So
And Miguel, we will talk tomorrow. So
Easy.
later.
You will come with us, right?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, easy.
Because
Yeah.
I'm there as
of
well. If you
course.
want to sleep, I can ask and go.
Is it like a heavy question or it's?
It's a long question.
Yeah, tell me.
It's like my
I'm too tired to get out of the sofa, so I'd
Okay.
rather listen to you.
So my plan, is to take over the farm back home
Hmm.
in 4 to 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to build up income. Like when I take over the farm, it's maybe a bad excuse, but sorry, I don't have I cannot travel to every other country now and then. I really want it, but it's not possible to do. So do you think it's possible to get up in the system, not crown? That's not what I want, but enough to have maybe 6 figures or 5 in the year. Almost everything passive. And in these 4 years, I don't know how to build it the proper way. I have tried to figure out so many ways to ask the question, but
Just ask however it's in your head. It's okay. I understand what you mean.
yeah, I don't figure out how you can do it because when I get home now in the military, I will work for 1 year and then I will travel as well because I need to travel a year. And I think maybe I will get a lot of starters then because everyone in Norway wants to travel, so I hope that will help. And then just get back home, build Norway, Rogaland, where I live, close. And then I will taking over the farm, so I will not be able to travel so much in the future. My success is not like a geographic or time.
Yeah. So you have 4 years, you said, right?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
Rogaland, it's on the west, east side of this country.
How is it?
R-O-R-U? Rogaland?
Rogaland. Yeah, me and Oda went to the same school.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I started.
Show me. Where is it?
Rogaland.
Rogaland.
So that's like.
Stavanger.
G.
Ah.
Yeah, Stavanger. Do you know
So
Haaland?
it's
Erling Braut Haaland, the football player?
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 minutes. And his father was my teacher at high school.
Crazy. Yeah, I mean, regarding your question, yes,
Yeah.
in 4 years it's possible, and you can build easily a 6-figure rank stable in one country. So you don't need like I mean traveling means like traveling abroad or also traveling inside of Norway. Like maybe coming to Oslo, you know.
Yeah, I can come to Oslo, but I cannot travel every month.
Yeah.
I 4 times a
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay. I mean they could come to you, right?
Yeah, they can come to me.
Yeah, then easy. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, you can build a lot of online, and then I would always like have your leaders come to you,
Yeah.
because you need to build a relation with them and be as much as possible with them here in Oslo, like or wherever they are, even where you're from, right?
Yeah.
But most likely, if you have big teams, then you will mostly meet in the capital city, you know, for events and stuff. Because then it's for everyone, it's easier to say, look, come to Oslo because of the infrastructure, obviously, and flights and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's definitely possible, and I mean, from what you need to learn, I mean, again, it's come steps for step. You know, you just need to get the work done yourself, prospect, present, and promote every day. Show as many people the business. When you start to travel, obviously show people, as you said, that's gonna intrigue people. Because the same for me, when I started to travel, it was insane. Once people see you traveling with the business or because of the business, that's when most people join. Actually, it's not
Yeah.
about the money, not about the results. Actually, them seeing you being where they are not. You know, that's really like when I started to travel my first couple of times to America, especially. That was crazy. Like
Yeah,
a lot of
because
people joined.
Now the next year when I get home, I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to focus most on the marketing to get those in, or to learn the products as good as I can, and just try to learn everything and go. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
together and
try to get as much information in as possible and force yourself, because the more you force yourself to inform about network marketing and trading, the more it's like the easier it will get for you, right? Because I still remember when I started this business, I was very bad in multitasking. I was like, and I was not very good in taking in a lot of information. I felt overwhelmed very fast, you know. I wasn't really good in school, and I always had struggle with like so much information and stuff. Bro, nowadays I can like
That's just
I read a
practice.
I read a study like 40 pages about something, and I read it in 1.5 hours, 2 hours straight, and I know the topic and I understand everything. It's like you just train yourself, you know.
Yeah.
So try to just take in as much as possible and be very hungry about in general about information, and build the business and trade as much as possible. You know, I would always do like build my business, like work, come home, build the business, like I was in a shisha bar building the business 4 or 5 hours, then I came back home at 1, 2, 3 a.m. After the meetings, I watched a trading session for an hour, then I slept for 6 hours, and I went work again, you know.
Yeah.
And I did that for 3 or 4 months straight, and then I went full time.
Okay, I have one other question.
Mhm.
It was a good answer. It was a good answer. But you know, do you have any tips if your partner doesn't like everything you do with the business? Do you say burn the bridge, or just try to? Like,
I mean, I would
like, I'm engaged, man.
yeah.
And she doesn't like it.
Mm.
It's a problem.
Mm.
So
Hmm.
yeah, big problem.
So she doesn't like it at all.
She's in the team, but she doesn't do it. And
Oh, you said yesterday
says
with
she
the choice
supports me,
packages, right?
But she says she supports me, but only if I ask for it. Like it's nothing. If I want to have like not angry or sour face, I need to ask for it.
I mean, what I would do now, because I didn't know how to do it back in the times, because I didn't have a mentor that teaches me that, I would, because I finished my, or like how do you say it? Like I ended my first real relationship with a girl that I was together with for, I think, a year, or 1.5 years, or 2 years. When I started the business, because I understood that there's like no, I thought back at the time, there's no way how I'm gonna make her understand that I really want this, you know, and I'm ready to like give everything up for a couple of years to just like be like where no one is, right? And to be very honest, if you really want to take it into high levels, then there will be
Struggles.
wie sagt man, Opfer? There will be,
So there will.
gib mal kurz ein Opfer bitte. But I'm getting too tired. There will be victims?
Resistance.
There will be like things that you need to give, you know, like there's a better word for that. But
There will be victims.
no, not victims, that's not right. There will be, you know what I mean, right? Like there will be certain things.
I get it.
You get what I mean? I'm not saying that you should like end it, right? Especially if you guys are engaged and everything.
Yeah.
But so what I would do, because again, I didn't have the mentorship at the time, but what I would do is I would have a very important talk with them, and I would make them understand that you really, really, really take this serious and why you want to do it. And most likely it's going to involve the benefit for her or him, right? So for me, it's the same thing. So when I joined the business and I got together with my current girlfriend, she needed to understand that, look, I'm doing this for us. Because if we stay together, then obviously one day I want to be, married, I want to have kids. Like, I'm doing this for us,
Yeah.
So they need to understand that, they need to respect that.
Like, because at one of your value nuggets in your channel, you said once, I think, either you stay single and
Yeah.
just work,
Yeah.
or you keep and just
Yeah,
accept.
same for me. I mean, again, for the first girlfriend, I needed to get rid of her in that sense, which sounds bad, but it was like too difficult. I really loved her, but I knew it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
And with Anita, for example, now I got together with her, and she was so supportive that I didn't had any problems in terms of her. No, sometimes obviously, you need to push yourself. Like shit, yeah, okay, I need to take more time, and like I need to be a little bit more with her, or with him, or whatever. But yeah. It's like don't like try to look a lot like, but that's not for you right now. But especially because look, especially for men, it's very difficult for men to be like focused if they don't have like a girlfriend, and either they like really
I
like
think I'm more of like man.
yeah, I get it. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, but so yeah, I mean, look, it's very difficult at the end of the day. But in your situation, because that's the situation you're in, we don't need to talk about other situations. Okay, have a talk with her and make her understand that you're really taking this serious and why you're doing it. Because at the end of the day, you're doing it for both of you guys. Because obviously your partner is the person that's gonna have the biggest benefit alongside you. I mean. I love that, and that's why I built this. But if I imagine where like my girlfriend, was like when we started, and like who she was in the family, and like where like the lifestyle she lives now, it's insane. So, and obviously a lot of the success that I have comes through her because of the support, and still today, like the mental support. And it's obviously better to have someone alongside than doing it alone, But if they don't support you, then in the beginning maybe it's not difficult, but it gets really difficult once you get really successful.
Yeah, because I'm feeling the struggles right now when she's complaining.
Yeah.
Why you working all the time? La 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 la.
Yeah, I know.
This I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, again,
She's coming tomorrow. You need to convince her.
Yeah, I'll try. Yeah, I mean, you definitely need to talk about, like an honest talk. I mean, again, for me, the biggest, because I do a lot of partnership advice and trainings, and people come to me. So what I always say, the most important thing is like honest communication. But like communication where you sometimes have these things in a relationship that you don't want to say because you're scared that you're gonna hurt her or him, but you still have to say it. Because you're just gonna hurt yourself if you don't do it. And most people are too afraid of it because they don't want to have conflict. But I always told Anita if there's like something that I need to say, and then we always figured it out. And if she really wants it, then there's going to be a solution. And also, time is not the most important thing. What is important is quality time. Because most people live in this bubble where they think the most important thing with a partner is time every day, like watching movies. Quality time is way more important.
Yeah.
So it's more important on, having these 1 or 2 days in a week where for 1 or 2 hours you guys are really present in the moment. No one is on the phone. You guys are not watching a movie. You're actually doing something together. So that would be, let's say, 4-6 hours a week. Whether other people would say that's not enough, but then they don't like. For most people, spending time is like you're in front of Netflix, you're on the phone, she's on the phone, you're watching a film. It's like not time together actually. So it's bullshit. So real time together means you're on a date, you go out, you like put your phones aside, you go play tennis together, or you're in the mountains, or you go hiking, or whatever. That's like real. Where like it's like all the other stuff is bullshit. Then I can like, why should I waste it? I'd rather build our future so we can have more freedom in the future. And the other thing is also what you need to make her understand is that if she works and you work and you're in the military, so she already knows that you're gone a lot, right? But tell her that if you build this, you can get out of there and you can you can live on a farm and will have a lot of more time than.
That's the goal, to have passive income.
Yeah.
To work, I don't know, 2 hours a day with business besides the farm.
Yeah.
And have time time to
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah. What kind of farm do you guys have?
We have 200 sheep
Crazy.
and 100 cows.
Wow.
It's a big farm.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. So I'm the oldest child.
Yeah. So you have to take the business, huh?
I have to take that business. Yeah.
Mm.
My other siblings are they're not going to fit there.
Mm.
So, but I want to. So
Mm.
it's
Yeah, that's
okay.
lovely. That's good.
But,
I respect it.
but I really like TBR and genius
Mm.
social media
Mm.
and traveling.
I mean, look, you will find a way. You know,
Yeah.
there's always a way.
Okay.
What is the most money you make with the farm? Like, is it the products of the aminos?
Farming sucks, you know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I ask. Because my dad's family, so my dad was Portuguese, and my dad grew up in Angola, which is a Portuguese colony in Africa, and they always had farm milk cows, like thousands and like.
Yeah, we have
Oh, okay, sick.
so because milk takes so fucking much time.
And it's not really profitable, right?
So in the summer we have 2 months with we only work half an
Yeah.
hour on
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
So that's time consuming at
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
You have to be there. You have to go and check on them.
Oh yeah,
every single day.
food, love, like medicine, whatever
Yeah,
shit.
it's always something to do, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a big farm, like
Yeah. So you sell the meat basically. That's how you make most of the money.
yeah.
And then it's like organic, like expensive meat, I guess, right? Not like
Yeah.
cheap stuff.
Good stuff.
Nice. What kind of cows are these? Like a special breed from Norway, or?
I don't know if it's the same in here.
I mean, not like I know a lot about cows, but I guess it's like something like that, right?
It's not the typical Norwegian cow.
Oh, okay.
Because the typical Norwegian cow is milk.
Oh, okay, it's milk cow.
So I will show you a picture, and I think that will be enough.
Oh, I think they look funny, right? Or like not funny, but fancy or something. Like
It's called limousine.
that.
Limousine cow. They are like
Yo.
they're built different.
Yeah, definitely built different, yeah.
Yeah,
What the
they're
fuck?
big and a lot of meat.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
them. Other Norwegian have NRF Norwegian. It's Norwegian cow or whatever.
Got it.
That's are produced to